What's going on, guys? MultiGuzzleHD here, as most of you guys probably already know. So guys, in this video today, I want to go ahead and share a story with you. Now, after seeing all these tornado outbreaks the last couple days in the South and the Midwest, and just overall seeing the death tolls just keep rising and rising, and basically this was all caused by tornadoes in the United States, for those of you that are out of the country, I want to go ahead and share my story I'd say a year ago actually, I think it is a year. We had a situation with me and my cousin Cherry Seaweed that, I wanted to go ahead and share because I found this on my phone the other day. I found some pictures of this and I tweeted about it, but I have never gotten to the point where I've ever said what actually happened. So I thought I would go ahead and take this time today and share my situation while I'm posting some of these pictures in the video. Now, last year, I was aware that there was some bad storms on the way, but usually whenever you hear a severe thunderstorm warning or watch, you don't really take it as serious as you probably should, to be honest. I hear tornado warning and half the time I don't even go to the basement because what's the chances of an actual tornado coming down, for example? It's very, very low. I've probably been in 100, 200, 300 tornado warnings or watches over the year, and there's never been a tornado, one single one that's ever touched down within 30 miles of me. So, with that being said, it's hard to take some of the storm warnings serious, and then there's ones that are serious and you don't take it serious. So this all pretty much starts out with me and my cousin, like I said, Cherry Seaweed. We decided that we were bored and we wanted to go over and watch the NBA game that was on the TV that night. And we were going to go ahead and head over early. I mean, this is like 2 to 3 p.m. And we decided, let's go ahead and head over, just watch the game early, and just go from there pretty much. We were bored, we wanted to go over, we decided that we'd go and visit them. And on the way, I ended up taking a picture, as you guys can see on the screen right now, that looks, oddly enough, I was standing at the light and I took a picture of how black the sky was. It wasn't like the times where you hear bad storm and you just see gray or black, it's a little bit black. But I mean, in this picture, you really can't see it because of the camera not picking up. But I mean, it was like midnight black. I mean, complete black. And this is at like 2 to 3 p.m., like I said. It was very, very strange. Now, like I said, there was warnings or watches out, and there was really nothing on the radar before I left, so I really wasn't bothered that, potentially I could be leaving or getting home, and then the storms are going to approach, or whatever the case was. But when I ended up getting to my grandparents' house, it kind of decided to take a turn for a little bit the worst. We ended up getting there, and as soon as I pulled in the driveway, got inside, all of a sudden the tornado siren started going off, and there was a tornado warning. There was an actual tornado on the ground, which really didn't do anything, it was just over a field, but nonetheless, there was a tornado on the ground like 20 minutes away. And that was kind of concerning considering, it was heading this direction, the path was going right over the house, and I got a little bit concerned. Now, we decided that because of Cherry Seaweed having his dog at his house, and it was not in his cage or in the basement, it was pretty much just wandering through his house, we decided that before this tornado was going to get in the path, we were going to rush to his house, drop him off, and let him go ahead and take care of his dog before it got any worse, and go ahead and make sure that his dog was safe. And then I would go ahead and head home, which was about 10 minutes from his house, so about 30 minutes roughly, and everything would be done. So right before the storms would get here, hopefully in my mindset, we'd all be safe, and everybody would be ready for this possible tornado, wherever the case was. Well, on the way back, and like I said, on the way to Cherry's house, it's about a 10-minute drive from the grandparents' house. So I was heading to his house, which is 10 minutes there, and then 10 minutes from his house in the opposite direction, I pretty much head back. So thinking about it as a triangle. And I'll post my amazing paint diagram on the screen right now so you can kind of get a little bit of a description of how this works. So we were heading to his house, and we noticed a cloud that looked a little bit different than the others. And I took this kind of mindset of thinking something isn't right here. I kind of saw what believed to be like a wall cloud, which sometimes form a tornado, or a funnel cloud, as most people would call them, and then eventually hit the ground, and then they are considered a tornado. But the funnel cloud looked kind of weird. It was very, very huge, but it was in the distance, it was behind some trees, you really couldn't see it. And it was pretty far out, probably 5 miles. We were halfway back and we noticed it. So we just said, we're already halfway there. Just keep pushing it. We'll be there before we can get back. And we ended up going there, and then on the way, we ended up crossing a bridge, and there just so happened to be a clear patch over the highway that we could see what it actually was. And this is the picture that we saw. There was a huge cloud getting closer and closer to the ground. And as we kept driving, it kept getting closer to us, and it was also getting closer to the ground. So we had to make the decision of going back at that point and trying to outrun the storm, or just keep going and hoping that it wasn't going to head in our direction. Well, we made the right decision, and we ended up going to Cherry's house, where on the way we noticed that the tornado was now behind us. It was heading away from us. It was heading to the original, if we would have headed back direction. So we made the right choice there, and once we got in a safe spot, we ended up snapping this picture. And as you guys can see in this picture, it was pretty close to hitting the ground, and right after we took this picture, we drove down the road and came back. It was officially on the ground, and it pretty much did nothing other than picking up dust and dirt and things like that from the cornfield. So it was pretty much just a little thing for you guys out there. If you guys get the moral of the story, you guys don't know when the storms are going to be serious, but you know, it always could have the potential to be very bad. We ended up getting a lot of cool pictures. It's going to be a life experience. I just so happened to do, like I said, once we were in a safe zone, we knew that we were safe. Ended up snapping a couple pictures. We got on the Weather Channel, which is a huge #1 weather news channel over here, kind of like a CNN for weather. It was pretty amazing that that happened, but more or less it was pretty amazing that we ended up getting away safe. But yet, at the same time, it kind of changed my, view on tornado watches, tornado warnings, and overall just not taking Mother Nature serious at all. So, like I said, if you guys got anything out of this video, you guys got an interesting topic, interesting video, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button. But like I said, take it a little bit more serious. A lot of the people that have been on these like tornado death tolls that are rising because of all these destruction that's caused are probably because of people like me. You know, you see 100, 200, 300 watches in your lifetime, maybe even just in a couple of years depending on your area, and you just decide that, you know, because of all those being pretty much false, you don't take one more serious. And that was kind of the case here, and we got lucky that we didn't get in its path. Anyways guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name of course is MultiKillsHD, and I'm out.